So we moved to South Sea. So I come back to school, the school hero, you know, being short, I'm a rapper. So now it's getting to my head now, you know, there's so much, you know, I've been listening to Tupac, or short, I was listening to Gangsta's Paradise. Like, what the hell is happening, you know? Like, it's crazy. So we moved to South Sea, and I think this was, third term, in Form 3 now. We are preparing for exams. And we had long holidays. So these are the summer holidays.
Yeah.
So we went. So we moved South Sea. So in the summer holidays, we're just walking in the streets. In the hood now, because this is like a new hood. This is in South Sea, 5 stars. Like, you know, it's a new place. And now, not like I don't have pass. Like, you're trying to look for new people to hang out with. So you're walking. So my brother's gone. He meets Issa. It's like, yeah, this guy is called Issa. Kumbe, this guy sings like you. You know, we're like, yeah, you are who? I was like, me, I'm a biggie guy. It's like, you get a work, you get East Coast people, me, I'm a Tupac guy, you know. And that's how we kicked it, you know. So Issa was embraced it, but we had met before that, but in school, but in games. Like, I used to see you, because you used to sing in those buses.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like, yeah, even me, I used to whatever, you know. But
Issa
we knew
was
each
in
other.
Brayside?
Yeah, he was in Brookhouse.
Oh, he was in Brookhouse, yeah. I was
you
in
know,
Brayside, Issa was not in Brayside.
Yeah, yeah, Brookhouse, sorry. So then you know, it disappeared. Then now it's like, yeah, I think I've seen you before. It's like, yeah, so what you do? I was like, yeah, I write like poems. So he tells me he writes like poems. It's like, for real? It's like, dog, like that's my thing, you know, like me, whatever on poems. So he shows me like he had a book of poems. Like, I was like, this guy writes. Like, I used to think I write, you know, and I didn't even started writing then, because I just used to do my thing, is my whatever, and it's not a full song, it's not like a poem. You know, a poem is like just have a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
So mine is just chants and it's gone, you know. So I'm like, this guy has a whole book of all this, and his handwriting was so whack, because this is slant, like really slant, and it was really like thin.
Yeah.
So like you can't even read what he's saying, like what he's meaning. I was like, dog, how do you even read these things? I was like, yeah, so I do this. I was like, yeah. So as guys started entering the B4, East West Coast, so it's like, yeah, so me hang out with these guys. These guys who hang out with, like, so me, like, hang out with these guys. So as normally, teens, manze, we talk about shows, like, yeah, there's a chick in my, now as guys talk, start talking about, like, the chicks in Brookhouse, like, yeah, you guys don't have chicks, like, yeah, there's chicks or whatever. So that's the conversation. I know it was just Nini, and the other guys are from South Sea. So we had, like, the best of both worlds, you know. Like, we had the hood, and we had the
Barbie side,
the vibe.
Yeah.
Let me say the vibe, you know.
The Barbie side.
Yeah. So we knew chicks from the cool side, the Lavis, the whatever, because we're in school with them. But at the same time, we're still guys for South Sea. You get like a representative for the hood, you know. So we get to this point now where we've done our O levels now. We're doing our exams. Remember that, like, our exams used to be done around June.
Yeah.
So from June now, the term before, I remember, is when now we started, I started thinking about writing now. Because he kept on telling me, like, Issa kept on telling me, dog, write, like, you have this thing in you. Like, just be writing, like, you know, like your songs or your things. I was like, cool. So, of course, I started writing slowly. So, and then, of course, there's school exams and there's pressure for exams and everything. So, boom. Exams is done, man. See, it's a wrap. So I remember my last paper was the biology paper, and his last paper was the biology paper as well. So when you're coming, we're discussing about the papers, like, yo, you know those things where to where you ask, well, number one, what did you write? It's like, I wrote this. It's like, where are you sure, man? Because we was talking to Nani, so we were dissing each other about those things. So anyway, we get back to the point where, like, okay, so now we used to hang at his place when his mom is not there at Jobo, then he comes to my place, like that. Then my mom used to travel a lot at that point.
Yeah.
So we got to a point where now we are sort of competing. So Chanelo came in around that time, I think. So there's the Chanelo vibe, and there was Kina Cabello. I remember way back then.
Yeah.
You know, they just started this, like, yeah, this is the vibe, man. This is happening. SA, they're doing, I think, dances. So there's an instrumental they used to play for Chanelo. So that's the only point you could get an instrumental. like which is free apart from the instrumental we used to hear from tapes. So you know, like from a jam if you hear, then at the end instrumental. So that's the only place we used to have space to try and squeeze our rap in. So that was the new one. So we're trying to rap on it. So you know, so this is the time for Blackrock now. I remember like Blackrock was big. It was the last one because us guys were now the seniors. We've just done our exams. You know, we're like, now this is the last year of Blackrock. You know, it has to be major, you get. So we go with a couple of pals now. Me, Issa, Safo, Tome, Wina Moti. We're going for Blackrock. There's this big
Tome,
speaker.
Is it the same Tome who I think you're talking about? The guy who became Bamba?
No.
Okay, it's a different Tome.
Yeah, it's a different Tome. Hussein is called Hussein. Safo, I remember. Safo used to be the transport manager. You know, like anything to do with movement of the group, whatever, like Safo, like of the hood. So anyway, so we've gone for Blackrock and War came out for Blackrock. So
whoa, yeah.
Yeah. So,
like whoa,
yeah,
like whoa.
And it's just like, wow, but this is the perfect vibe, manze. Tukwa kwa gari, my boys, tunasikia War, tunaenda Blackrock. You know, like it's like everyone's gotten the best attire, Fubu is whatever, yani we're going to kill it. So we in gear, so as we're going, as that song is playing, Issa just says, Ebu just kia, diska, ka freestyle which I wrote at the instrumental. So anything I say, you just say Joe.
Yeah.
It's like cool. So everyone in the moti say, kuna kijana moja toka Sauti, Joe, kijana mwenye lebo kama Nike, Joe. Wow, every just the moti, Joe. We're like, what? This is crazy, this is fire. So even me, I do the same. So I say, anything I say, you say yawa. So I'm like, to BIGPIN oze donjo koro yawa. O donjo giwer milungo ni yawa. Ne kabisa yawa. So guys are just off the roof. Like, wow. You guys, why don't you go and record this shit?
Kuna kijana moja kutoka Sauti, Joe, kijana mwenye lebo kama Nike, Joe, mnapomwona akishika maiki, Joe, mikono juu ya hewa kama kite, Joe, kama safari hatari na gari, Joe, kama Toma hatari with the honey, Joe, kama wewe si assista kitani, Joe, kama sija kutaja samahani.
Like this is so dope. So the whole time those guys are just telling us, just sing it now again. So every time that place comes, like the instrumental place comes, we do it again. Issa starts again, I do mine. Issa, like guys are just like, what? It's like we're just high on that music, vibe, on that music at that time. So we enter Blackrock. So this when we're meeting Kina Feroz, you know, Prezo. I remember then we never knew them, but we just used to know how they used to stand. You know, like we're seeing them there. This will hold that guy called Rama. Rama is still in Juma. You know, I used to see them, but just like So they were the cool kids, you know, and even us guys were like, even us guys are popping. You know, we have this new vibe. So anyway, that like this a whole another story again. I don't even know whether to go. That
just
was this
go,
way.
man. We have time.
So anyway, that's actually when we started hanging out with. That's when I met Prezo. Then that was 2000. 2000, yeah. 2000, I think 2000.
2001, yeah.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah.
Actually 2000. 2000, even 99 actually.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I was in that clique at the time.
The guys used to hate.
With a guy called Stousey.
Yes.
Kevin Stousey,
Yes.
Jackson.
Ray J. Oh my God, yes. Galas. So anyway, so we go back. So the whole vibe is like, wait, like you guys need to record those things. So now we're like, okay, let's make this now a song. And first of all, we need to look for a producer. So meanwhile, on my end, I used to love going for events. Even from two, we used to go to Beats of the Season. I don't remember Beats of the Season. Like we used to go Beats of the Season with my mom. I remember used to be on a Sunday. It used to be like blankets. It used to be on a Sunday and you have to go to school on Monday. You know, but that's how cool my mom was. Like we used to go for Beats of the Season. So that's the time I started, at a buzz, of local music now. You know, I used to hear it on radio from Jimmy Gatto's show.
Yep.
You know, but that's when I saw it live happening. Because I remember it was Coolio's concert. Coolio, the guy who was listening to when I was getting shot at. I was like,
by Zigzag.
Imagine this guy is coming to Kenya. I cannot miss this concert, you know. So we went for this concert, and I remember seeing on stage, I think Kaz,
Yes.
I remember seeing on stage Karen Lucas, who's still a baby. She's still because like this chick is pointy and she can sing and she can rap. You know, it's like, okay, this is some good vibe. Then I remember this is the first time I'd seen Kalamashaka my whole life. I'd heard the music from Capitol when Jimmy Carter used to play, Kina Tafsiri, Kina, like the whole album. And I was just like, these guys are just on another level. So I'm singing them on stage for the first time. And these are, I mean, even these songs are not even big yet. I think we had heard them, maybe just like from word on the streets, you know, but even the songs were not even out yet. But we just had samples, because I remember that's the time we were looking for like a studio to go and record. So we were just, so I think we must have had them somewhere. So it was like, I had so much hype about them. It's like, Kalamashaka is coming on stage. So I knew them, but everyone else didn't know who they were. You know, I mean, I'd heard about them, but everyone else didn't know. I didn't like really care, because they're like, we want to see Coolio. So Kalamashaka come in, manze, they're singing Tafsiri here. You get, I am dying. I'm just like, wow, this vibe is on another level. Like, what are these guys doing? These guys are Kenyan. Look at how they made this sound. Like, this is what we should be doing, you know. So and I remember them saying, you guys don't know us now, yeah, but give us, I don't know if they said a couple of months or give us a couple of weeks or something, we'd be the biggest artists in the industry, you know, or like something like that. And you know, they just walked off. So you guys were just like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know.
This was the Coolio gig at KCC,
gig.
or the one in Carnival?
In Carnival.
In Carnival, yeah.
In Carnival.
And that was the Sunday gig now.
It was the Sunday gig, yes. Wow. So so I had that at the back also. So I remember, so I was like, hey, since I started writing, like I needed to find a way to just incorporate my thoughts on writing how Issa was writing. Because I'm like, this guy is writing poems. You know, he must have a story. He must be inspired by something. So so we started looking for studios. So of course we had Kalamashaka. So we started looking for studios. Then we were hearing, hey, there. So we went to this studios called, I can't remember the name of the studio. This girl kill me if I forget this name. But anyway, it is in State House.
Audio Vault.
It was Audio Vault.
Yes, Ted Josiah studio.
Not Ted Josiah's, before Ted Josiah's. We hadn't even met Ted Josiah. Then there's another one in State House at the corner. I can't remember. Brick House, yes. It should be called Brick House. So Brick House, that's when we went to Brick House and started now looking for producers. So we met, I think, Ken, if I'm not wrong. So we went there with Issa. I remember he asked us for like, I think 15,000 or 10,000 or something around that, around that much to do a whole album.
Oh.
To do a whole album. So the album was now, me and Issa wanted to do this thing like for Red and Meth.
Yeah.
You get, used to be Red and Meth. So it was BIGPIN and E-Sir, you know. But now, so we had done that with Joe. We had done that with another song called Robbery. Imagine we had a song called Robbery then. Then we had another song called, what is this song called? Oh, Bakisha and I think Slow Mo. So we had those 4 songs which were done the Red and Meth way.
Yeah.
You know. Then,
so collabo each other back to back.
Yeah, exactly, like back to back. So I do the choruses because I used to be good at those hip things. Remember, Issa used to do in high school.
The chants,
Yeah, the chants and whatever. So I was good at that. So then he was good at doing the story. So I'd come in, so he told me, okay, you do the chant, then you come a bit. So it was like Red and Meth, and Red and Meth was popping then.
Exactly.
So we're like, wow, this is perfect. You know, like we've nailed this. So he did those 4 songs. Then after that, now he started doing his as alone. Like, okay, so we'll do this, then I'll do mine. Then we see how like it's gonna go. That like there's no real plan.
Yeah.
So we did those. Then I don't know what happened. We came back to the studio. The studio was closed. The gate was closed. That girl was not there. And we only had Joe on a tape.
What?
We only had Joe, which we did.
That's the only song which you had recorded?
Yeah, which now had recorded. So we only had Joe, and Joe was, because remember those days, like the audio was recorded on a DAT tape.
Yes,
remember?
DAT.
On a DAT tape, yes. So for you to transform it from DAT to a normal tape, you could hear it in an anyway. So that's the only tape which we had.
Yeah, the master basically.
The master.
Yes.
That's the only one which we had, which we couldn't even play anywhere because we had to play it in a studio. You get. So no one we can't play it at home. You get. So we nganganda on how we're going to turn this DAT tape into something where we can hear. So that's the time we could. So I think we wasted like 6-7 months because now we are confused. Like
what?
We recorded, it's gone. We have a song. It's on this thing which we now So in the middle there, we're also becoming teenagers. You get.
Yeah.
So in the middle there's now rumba. We're just rumbaing. We are ninning, we are coming back, we finish school, you know, we have a whole 8 months, then there's so much happening. So yes, it's at the back of our mind, but we're going to come back to it.
Yeah.
So that's the time now we started. So in the Dunda now we are hearing, hey, there's this guy called Ogopa DJs. We hear them on radio, like, hey, so we had Red Sun. I think that's the time we had done Bagia, and we had done them and Chameleon.
Red Sun and Kaz.
And Kaz, I think the Red Sun and Kaz was a bit later. I think we had entered the industry then. So there's that hype of Ogopa DJs. So we had these Ogopa guys, like, where are these Ogopa guys? It's like, until they're here in South B. Because us guys used to know it's they.
Yes.
Like Ogopa DJs is like a team, you know. So like they're in South B.
Like homeboys.
Yeah. Us guys used to go all the way to State House. Yeah. And sometimes we even used to walk from South C. Because they're like, shit, we don't have Hanyee for a cab. We don't have cars.
Yeah.
We have to go. We don't have money for Nini. You're doing nothing. You're just at home. So we just walk. We just walk up Hagathi Road, go till State House, do our sessions, come back. If someone's mom was coming from that side, or someone can give us a ride, fine.
So let me understand this. You recorded like 5 songs.
4 songs.
4 songs.
Yes.
But the only one you guys were given was Joe.
The only we had was Joe.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were properly recorded, finished.
Yeah, they were recorded, not mixed. We didn't even really understand about mixing and mastering.
But you guys had put your vocals down.
Us guys had put our vocals.
What?
You know.
Those things will be worth a lot now if you could get them.
No, man, it can be crazy.
Okay, so go on.
So we get to shit. Where was I, man?
So now you guys about Ogopa. Ogopa is now.
Oh yeah. So we're hearing these Ogopa guys. We're like, wait, and this guys, was like, where are these Ogopa guys in South B? And we've been going all this. Let's go see these Ogopa guys.